What is it like being a Jamaican living in the Hartford, Connecticut area? Hi, I'm Xavier Murphy, founder of Jamaicans.com. And today in Jamaicans to the World, I speak to Donovan Longmore, a Jamaican living in the Hartford, Connecticut area. Donovan, how are you?
Greetings, welcome. I'm doing well. I'm doing well, Xavier. I'm doing well.
Good, good. Man, we have, this one is due for a long time. I mean, you and I
Definitely.
go a
Definitely.
ways back, and this one
Mhm.
is due,
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
indeed.
let's start out. Which part of Jamaica you come from?
I am from the tourist capital of Jamaica, which is Montego Bay in St. James. Big up all the pretty girls, them.
A Mobile man.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Which school you representing from Montego Bay or in
It's,
the
it's,
area?
it's funny, no. I went to Leti All-Age School, and then
Okay.
I passed to go to Cornwall College. But here go the funny thing now. My mom was in America taking care of my grandmother, and she came down right when I was getting ready to start school. So I had to migrate and come to the United States.
Oh man. So you never get that Cornwall College
No,
experience.
I missed it. I missed that.
Do you remember any teachers from your all-age school that
Yes.
inspired you?
Yeah, oh God. Maybe back in the days in the 70s, we're still young, but in the 70s, I had a teacher named Mrs. Gallen. And believe me, Xavier, when I tell you, this woman, you remember when them have the little thing, that stick they used to conk in your head with? I mean, and believe it or not, math is my favorite subject. Math and any other subject besides English. I hated English. And that woman made me end up loving English. Every time she would pick on me, and I was like, why me? But I found out I can write very well and I can spell exceptionally well. I was a spelling bee champ. And she usually pick on me because she said, young man, you can do better. You can do better. Because, you go outside and play and do all kind of stuff. You can do
Right,
better.
right.
I should whap me in my head. And that's when I get things right. Never forget her.
Nice. Did you ever go back and visit her or heard
Well,
anything about her?
sadly, she passed away. But I
Okay.
go back I go to Jamaica like 3, 4, 5 times a year. And I
I know.
always go back to the school and give back. The little children them love me. Sad thing to say is I was telling the diaspora members that I have to now hide when I go to Jamaica because people said, "Wait a minute, are you that guy from the diaspora?"
and listen, one of the things you love is your music.
Oh
Is that
God,
me?
yes, yes, yes.
How did that interest in music and folks? Let me just mention this is a man that that writes for Jamaicans.com and provides that top 100 list.
Mm.
He does it every year. He does a top 100 songs list,
Now it's
very
at 200.
comprehensive, very selective. But
Yes.
how did that love for music start?
When I was a youngster, I think it was 6 years old. Me and my sister, there's a sister right behind me, and my mom bought a record because I would always love to listen to the radio and hear the voice of Dad Topping, Ed Barnes, Faye, and all those great media personalities. And I would say, you know what, I would love to be like them. So I started mimicking them when I was younger and I started listening to music. And my mom put that record on, and she says, "Okay, whoever danced the best wins this record." And I love the song was called Sixpence. I love that song. And I actually won.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, what was it like at a young age, migrating from Jamaica and coming to, and I'm gonna suspect, was it Connecticut? Was the
Yes.
state you
But I
moved
landed
to?
in New York first and then
Or
Connecticut.
New
Yes.
York and then Connect. So, what was that like? Tell me a little bit about it. Was there like a
Um,
culture shock?
Very big time. Because I mean, people were saying, "Oh, America, nice." And believe you me, if I had it my way, Xavier, I would still be in Jamaica. That's why I go so often. And I mean, there was so much you love about your country. And when I was going, I left and I told all my classmates, and I actually cried because I said, "Oh, don't worry," because I had a little girlfriend. And I didn't know how to tell her. And I had to, sadly break the news to her. I was excited at the same time, but sad at the same time because it was definitely a culture shock. People tell you that Jamaica is this, and then they say America bright light this and that. opportunities and everything. I mean, yeah, it's here, but it didn't shock me like how,
Right.
I thought it would have, because the kids were so mean over here.
I can imagine probably, you're coming with our strong, beloved
Yes.
Jamaican
Patois.
language and
Yes.
accent.
Very much.
And so, you had a transition, I'm sure, that you had to
Yes.
go through to
Yes.
try and assimilate.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it was kind of rough, Xavier, because you look at the whole situation, and kids are mean. I thought kids were mean in Jamaica. They're mean here. And they know you're from Jamaica because you said that strong accent is there. And here's another thing that got me: the way I dress. No, Xavier, in Jamaica, we all dress fancy, but you can't wear plaid and plaid, shirt and pants. They say, "Oh, you look so tacky," and they used to tease the daylights out of me because I was that strong-breeded Jamaican, and I met some Jamaican friends here who were here, quite before me, and me come out with a strong pot one. I was like not really a bully, but I was like one who, if you say anything about Jamaica, I would be ready to fight you. I defend my country to the max. And the kids and used to pick on me. And there was one kid I never forget, Charles. Charles was a good friend of mine. But Charles was a stocky guy, and they would pick on him and, bully him and everything. And I was like, Charles, man, you got to stand up for yourself. I said, all right, do me a favor. Because they would always take his lunch money. And, I was a friend to Jamaican. If a boy ever sit with, he might go feel like in our kids. So thank God I changed, though. And it was like, they always bully my friend Charles and take his lunch money. And he would come to me crying. I said, come on, man, you're bigger than me. So I said, all right, the next one mess with you, let me know. So I actually became his bodyguard because he was always playing around it. And they left him alone after that.
So the Jamaican community, you probably have seen it grow and evolve through the years, being that you've been there. You said the 70s or the 80s?
No, I came here early 80s.
80s. So you have probably seen it grow. Tell us a little bit about the Jamaican community there. Where are they, kind of concentrated, and to an extent, are there any big events? But tell us a little bit about it. I know you're well involved with them.
Yes. Well, the funny thing is, came here, Jamaica is the third largest West Indian population in the country, regardless of what they might want to say. Hartford is. Connecticut, third largest, behind New York and Miami, and Florida. But at the same time, you have other cities and states that's right behind us and probably past us because people move to Georgia a lot. But while I was here, I realized that it was not really a culture shock because there were so many of us already here. And I'm like, wait a minute, did I leave Jamaica? Hartford was full of Jamaicans. When I said there were so many of us here, it's like you go down the street, I'm like, okay, it's not always something that you can't find because the Jamaican stores were there, and there's a beef patty shop that was there, cooking the good food and everything, and a restaurant. There weren't as many, but there were some around that we would all go to, and every weekend, we got to drink our soup. So we carry the Jamaican tradition, and of course, Hartford being so large, have so much to offer in terms of being a Jamaican because there were so many of us here, and family come and bring family here. We live in the same house and enjoy one another, and just do things that's fun. And back home in Jamaica, we don't let that come out of us because we would, and that's where the music came in, and I got so involved because limited music was on the radio. And I'm like, come on, I'm not hearing them, and I'm not hearing this one. One or two gentlemen were there, and that was it. And I said, I had to do something about that.
Nice. So you're at a point where, and I always say this, a community has arrived when we can say 3 or 4 patty shop, and we can say which patty me choosing from. I choose from this a patty, or this a patty, or that the patty.
Yes, right? Yes, because over the years, Xavier, like I said, more and more Jamaicans infiltrating come to Connecticut, especially the Hartford area. And us Jamaicans, we work 3, 4, 5 jobs. Why? Because we want to build a house, we want to buy a car and open up our businesses. We want to establish ourselves in the area, and we did that well. There's Albany Avenue, Blue Hills Avenue, and of course, you go on those streets, Main Street. is full of Jamaican restaurants, full of
Listen,
Jamaican bakeries,
listen.
and full
But
of
I
Jamaican
think
people.
you all had, and I don't know if it's still there. I remember you all had a domino club, a
Yes,
Hartford
yes,
domino
yes. They're
club,
still here. They're still here. They're still here. And
right?
the Mecca is the West Indian Club. The Sportsman Athletic Club is still here. Caribbean Club is a smaller version of it now, and they have other islands that have their own club. So there's a lot of things that happen, and our pride in our culture. So we want to get our heritage going and teach the younger generation, because I was, of course, a student of that, and seeing so many young men, and women come through, the West Indian Club and all the other organizations to understand and learn our history, even though I already had it, but still we didn't lose it.
Good, good. So the organizations that are there, give me a couple of the organizations
All right.
that can provide support to a Jamaican who says, I'm moving to Connecticut. What are some of the organizations?
Well, they can come see me now. We have the Sportsman Athletic Club, like I said. We also have the cricket club. Yes, we have a cricket club here, and it's big. It's a huge thing that's here. Again, the Mecca that started at all the West Indian Social Club. That's how, when our forefathers and mothers came over on the ship, they land here in Hartford, and of course, that's how we have the farm workers. They started that whole thing, and it's still going live and vibrant today. And one thing I love, Xavier, is the fact that they kept the culture going through our independence. When we have our independence here in Connecticut, really, it's like a whole 2-week celebration, like we never left Jamaica.
Wow.
And we have special nights. And the thing I love about it is that we incorporate other islands, and Trinidad, St. Lucia night, Guyana night, just the major ones, Barbados night, and of course Jamaica night is the one where everybody comes to. Even American come out to that. And of course, these are the things that we want to continue, and that's why I got so involved in so many organizations. The Lions Club is here, and of course, a lot of the lodges are here too from back home. So we carry a lot of things. The churches, we carry out through the churches. You have the 7-day, you have the Baptist and Pentecostal, and all the other churches here, Church of God. So we continue to do things and make things impactful for everyone. So you want to come, here's the place.
All right, and Donovan is a person that you need to talk to. You need to reach
they
out
can
and
ask
find
me.
him. Google him and you'll know. Google him and you'll know. Okay, so in terms of cost of living, what's the cost of living like there in the state?
Well, it's affordable. Believe it or not, Connecticut had one of the highest surplus at some point. I think we're back up there again. And like you said, there are so many programs here that will help people, accommodate their living. And just like anywhere else, we have houses that are high, some are low. The market is fluctuating right now, but we just need to understand that there are organizations here that will help you in case you need to get yourself settled. And we're open arm. Me being the Northeast diaspora rep for Connecticut as a coach here, that this is something that we take pride in, and we want to make sure our people do a lot and help get a lot. And one of the things that I found out that I was very, very instrumental in doing is, giving back to my community. I'm a servant of my people. I love Jamaica that much, and I will always continue to give back. And that's what the diaspora does. We feed people in our community. And believe it or not, Xavier, even though when COVID was around, a couple of students got displaced, and we stepped up to the plate. And I am now one who helped cooks at a local church here in town, and we feed the homeless and I was shocked to realize that there's so many of us here that needed the help. We're always looking out for Jamaica, but guess what? The diasporans here need help as well. So, we have to, balance it in a way in which we can take care of our people here, because when it comes down to the push and the shove and the nitty-gritty, we have to take care of home first. So we love both what we're doing, and we continue to do it each and every day.
Awesome. In terms of food, what would you typically call Connecticut? The state. What is the food like for the people outside of Jamaicans?
Well, here, like I said, the oxtail, the curry goat.
Yeah, you're getting the Jamaican food, but is there like something that Connecticut is known for? Or maybe not?
No, it is. Jerk.
Okay. It's what?
a jerk. We have a lot of jerk festivals here, and
Oh, wait, really?
yes, and we have one that's taking place. Like I said, we celebrate our heritage and our history here, and we have a jerk festival that started here in Hartford, and it's spread almost every major city in Connecticut have a jerk festival. We're now having soccer tournaments, football, and we have cricket and domino tournaments now. So these are things, and the food is
So,
always there. The
so,
food is what people love.
so you tell me, say, Jamaicans took over the state of Connecticut.
Listen, brother. Hey, you know how we are. Anywhere we go, we want to make sure we're impactful. And believe you me, Connecticut is very impactful with Jamaicans. And it's funny, I was telling some people we have some history here. The first Jamaican, UConn is a big school here. Of course, you hear about all the championship, the school with the sports. And Dr. That graduated from UConn was a Jamaican. The first medical student from Jamaica who graduated as a doctor was a Jamaican lady. And we're proud of that. And of course, Dr. Trisha Bailey, it gave back to UConn. So,
Yes.
there's some staples and some people here who have had some big impact, and we're proud of that. So we want to keep that going.
Awesome. So in terms of, I know the weather, right?
Yes.
You're up north there,
Oh,
right?
geez.
And so, you have to deal with it, right? I mean,
Very much.
how are you dealing with it?
Oh
and
my God,
what's your
Xavier!
advice?
When I first came to America, here I am. I came in October, the end of October, and here I am coming from this nice hot Jamaica, tropical weather. And when I came here, it snowed, and I looked at my mom and said, "I want that on the ground." When we got
Baptism by
when
fire.
we got outside, yes, when we got outside, the cold breeze licked me. I was like, "Go on, go back home."
Baptism by fire. So from a visit perspective, is there a place that you'd say if you come to Connecticut, go visit this particular place? It may be historic. It may, or you may say, come during this time because there's an event that I think you must see. What would that be? But first, give me the attraction,
All right.
that you may say, or something that you should do in Connecticut. Give me that first, and then the event
All
that
right.
you say.
All right. When you come to Connecticut, I would say visit the West Indian Social Club. That's the Mecca. That's what started the whole thing. And most organizations started from there. Like I said, our forefathers had history, our foremothers had history, and they kept it going, telling how people came, farm workers, and everybody else came to Connecticut. So that's one thing you should go. New Haven, which was the first capital of Connecticut, had a lot of historical facts down there you should see, especially the churches. And when you come to Connecticut, I mean Hartford especially, you will see all the great things that we set up. The clubs, the foundations, everything that are here. The West Indian Foundation is doing a wonderful job in terms of keeping programs going for young men and women, and we just love that. So those are some of the attractions that you will see, and of course, try the food.
And the event, what's the event?
Oh my gosh, the event! Oh man, I told you earlier that the Jerk Festival, every city, major cities now having it. We have, believe it or not, Xavier, the 61st West Indian Independence Carnival Parade. 61st year we're celebrating.
Wow.
61. This is the longest running in the entire North America. And Hartford, Connecticut boasts that. And again, like I said, our forefathers and mothers kept that going. And I'm part of the committee as well. And we're doing that to make sure that we keep the culture, the vibes, the costume, the heritage. Our young people, because, most of them are born here. Our children are born here. So they don't really know much about it. So we try to keep that going so people can see. So when you come, the Jerk Festival, that's one of them. And of course, the Carnival Parade, that's all happening throughout West Indian Celebration Week. And that's Jamaica's independence. So it's the first Saturday in August and the second Saturday. Another big thing that we celebrate and take pride in is, of course, June, Caribbean American Heritage Month. And we celebrate not only, Jamaicans, but people throughout the whole Caribbean. And that's a big deal that we always, look forward to. So Jamaica night is probably the biggest night throughout the whole celebration. The Jerk Festival is huge and it's all free, and except for the club. And then the parade, the Carnival Parade, kicks it off, and that ends it at the end of the second Saturday in August. So it's a whole 2 weeks of celebration. So we love
Listen,
that.
it sounds like coming there, and I've never been. I've been
Yes.
close.
Oh, you
I've
love
been
it.
close,
You love it.
right? Came north to a wedding in New York or close. I was coming close there. I had relatives that live there.
Yes.
But it sounds like I'll be right at home in the
Oh,
summer.
you will be. You will be.
And not coming in the winter. But it
No.
So listen, Donovan, again, thank you for spending some time telling us your story, telling us about Connecticut, the Hartford area, and the rich history of the Jamaican and Caribbean community there and the people that laid the foundation for it. So here is I typically wind it down.
Yes.
When you land in Jamaica, you get out the airport, whether it be Montego Bay or Kingston, and you can give me either one or both. What is that first thing you're doing? For some people, them going to go eat this. For some people, them take a dip. For some people, it's wash off them heart with coconut water. What is that first thing you're doing?
When I get there, I mean, every time I go to Jamaica, I cry because I love Jamaica so much. I said the beauty that we miss. First thing I do, because I'm from Montego Bay. I usually land in Montego Bay unless I'm going towards Kingston. And then I go to both airports. The first thing we do, I find my coconut water, man. I have to have that. And then if my wife come and get me, she would say, okay, you know, them sell the fish on the side, the shrimp. She loves shrimp, so we got to get some shrimp. So coconut water and shrimp, I would say, is the main thing. And then we get the yam later on.
Yellow yam.
Yeah, man, the roast yam.
Well, again, Donovan, thank you. You have given us a wealth of information in terms of the support systems there. Any final words of advice for anybody thinking of moving to the Connecticut area?
Well, I would say just you're coming amongst your people, but you know how Jamaicans are sometimes. We act away, but the love is always there. Anything happen, you can always, like I said, I'm one of the state chairs. You reach out to me. That's very much so. There's so many organizations here. Try from the West Indian Foundation, West Indian Social Club, and any one of them, the Jamaica Progressive League, it doesn't matter. We're all here to help our people and to, you know, stand as servants to them, because me being a diaspora representative, that's part of what we do. We serve our community here and abroad. So, you know, we want to thank each and every one for the support that they've given to us. And we're going to just continue to move on, Xavier. Just make Connecticut great as it is.
All right. So tell me now, how you tell your friends them goodbye. So for me, it's sometimes walk good, little more, catch up on a strong. How you tell your friends goodbye?
Me, I always say this: love God and live.
All right.
Love God and live.
Love God and live. All right, my friend.
Yes,
we will talk little more.
All right, one love.
Show some love now. Hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell. That way you don't miss a video.